Let me take you on a date with dates. Yes, I'm going to take you on a date. Yes, so this is dates I got from Egypt. Yes, and these are super good, awesome dates. Thank you, Aya, for this date. They were super awesome. So I made a lot of things with the dates, from jam to um tea, everything, like every part of the date I'm going to use. So you're going to see a lot of things you can actually do with your date, from everything, like everything you can do, jams, um sweeteners, everything, juice, everything. So it begins with your date, yes. And for the date, I'm going to take off the eye of the date. That's the only thing I'm not going to use, but I'm going to even use that. You can use it for your gardening. You put it into your soil. But I'm going to separate the eyes from the date first. Then I split it into two. Then I take out the seed of the date. The seed, we are actually going to use it because the seeds, you can actually use it for a replacement for coffee. It's caffeine free, so it's a good replacement for coffee. It tastes a bit like a coffee tea kind of something. So you're going to see how I go about it, and it's very easy than you think. So the next time you're buying dates, make sure you buy good whole dates which have their seeds in there. So once you're actually done separating the pulp or the main something from the seeds, now we know we're ready to start our real work. And like I said, the eyes, you could actually use it in your farm or something. Yes, I like to do the home gardening now. So I just use those ones in as bio. So I'm going to use the dates, and I'm just measuring it out so that I know the quantity of water to do. It's good to give it the same equal amount of water because this is thickened, it's well ripe, and then it's also dried. So it's already dehydrated. There's less water in there. And dates are very thick. So you need good amount of water to be able to get the water, like get it to soften up. And usually you can let it sit for like 30 minutes, or if you are not ready for it, you can also maybe soak it the night before, put it into your refrigerator so it still softens, but then it doesn't, like, yeah, because you don't really need it to sit for too long. 30 minutes is actually good to go with, but unless it's a very large batch. And like I said, for the date seeds, I just roast it out. You can roast it in your frying pan on the heat. You don't need any how do you call it? You don't need any oil, anything, nothing, no. Or you can just use your air fryer or your oven, and you can give it a basic roast. 5 minutes is even good, but I did 7 minutes because I wanted it to be very smoky. Yes, and then you give it 200 degrees for 5 or 6, 7 minutes, and it's actually good to go. Depend on how smoky you would want it. Yes, and I like this look. Like, it was smelling good, and it was awesome. So this we need for making the powder. You can use this for two main things. I use it for two main things. I use this as, like, if you're making pastries and stuff, like the pancakes. We're going to use some for pancakes because this is a good, like, just like you have nutmeg, you have cinnamon. This is something great you can use in there as well, and it's good for your coffee or your tea time. So this is actually caffeine free, and which is also kind of healthy for you as well. So I'm going to now pour in my granola. So for this pancake, I use granola which had the oats, which is already kind of baked, and then it had the raisins, the fruit in, and I'm using banana in there. I like banana in my pancakes. Yes, it gives you that sweetness, it gives you that fiber, and it also gives you that kind of super balanced something. So even if you eat one or two, you know you've eaten a lot of energy on the go, and that's how I like to make pancakes. Then I'm just going to add in the milk as well. Yes, and that increases the creaminess of it. And I think the milk was quite a lot. So I added a bit of water in there as well. Then I'm just going to give this a good blend. Yes. So I'm just using the dates powdered, the base of it, to just finish it up. And like I said, it gives you that authenticity. So instead of using nutmegs or cinnamon, you can actually use the date seed, the roasted one. When you powder it, you can use it in for your pastries and things. It tastes very good and it feels very good. Like, it's a very good vibe. Then at this point, we are done, and all we need to now do is to fry it without butter. So you realize I didn't add any butter or any fat in there because we're already going to fry in butter. When you're cooking, you have to be very careful of your oils. These days, hypertension is on the high, so you need to be very careful with what you are eating. So I just like to do those, like the pancake blend, without any fat because I'm going to actually fry it in fat, which is I'm using the butter in there as well. You can try to add a bit of it when you're making it, but I like it this way. It's more healthier. Then you just pour it from your blender into it. The first set, you may not really get it too well, like the shapes and stuff. It's okay because your pan is now heating and all of them. But after the second one, it becomes better. And least I forget to mention, you can actually add in eggs if you want. Eggs are optional. You can do it with or without eggs. With or without eggs, it's still going to form. Just like with eggs, it becomes a bit more stretchier, a bit more easy to work with. Without the eggs, make sure that before you flip it, the base is well done and is cooked a bit more, else it's going to tear up. Yes, if it's without the eggs, you just have to be careful how you handle it so you don't end up breaking it or tearing it apart. But I tell you, with or without the eggs, it's actually going to work. So this is how I actually make the pancakes. And like I said, we're going to make a lot of things with this date as well. So you may know dates for just date syrup, but I'm telling you, there's a million other things you can make with your dates as well. And so this is the pancakes, and you make sure that both sides actually fry and are well done on both sides because this is a little bit heavy. Yes, it's a bit heavy because of the oats and everything, the seeds and everything in there. And once this is done, we can then pick it up and then we're good to go. And you repeat the cycles till you're done frying everything in your frying pan. Yes, so you repeat the cycles. The quantities I used, you'd have it in there. So after every batch, I put in a bit of butter. Yes, and then I just pour in the the pancake base into it. And this is very easy. Like on a Saturday morning or something, you don't want to work so much. This is one easy kind of thing you can actually do. And the beauty about this is that you can actually even keep it in the fridge and you can still like eat it the next day. Just warm it up in your microwave or anything, and you're good to go. And I shape it with my spatula usually. I cut the extra edges off it and you just repeat the cycle. It keeps on going. And like I mentioned, you can use this with or without eggs. It's still going to work. Any of them actually can do the trick for you. So this is our dates based pancake. We didn't use nutmeg, we didn't use cinnamon, but we used the date seeds, which was roasted and grounded. Yes, so that is one thing you can actually do with your date seeds. And like I said, for date, every part of it matters. So there's actually no wastage with it as well. And then we're going to go to the date syrup. Yes, the main dates. We're going to make date syrup. We're going to make dates juice, and we're going to make sweetener for our coffee and all those ones. And yes, I use a hand blender in here. When you're a blender, I think you should be careful. Don't do it from the top. Just go down to the base and do. So I start from the top, and that created the whole mess in there. So just start from the base and do as you're doing. It's going to thicken up and it's going to less splash. Then you can then come to the top of it and then finish it up at the top. So learn at this point. I have to say maybe do as I say, don't do as I do. So you just start from the base and then you come up because when you start from the top, it creates a mess like you see in my sink. Yes. So once this is fine, I don't like it overly fine, a little bit of texture, but it's okay. Like this is good for me. You can make it way more than that. And I'm just going to put it on the fire. Let it thicken up. Yes. So this is how you make your dates jam. You don't need sugar because dates is a good um I don't say you can use to replace sugar. It's a good alternative to sugar. If you don't want to use like the white sugar or brown sugar, any type of sugar, cane sugar, then you can actually use dates. And so I didn't want to make, since I'm trying to avoid sugar, I don't see why I should add sugar to this. But I know if people are selling, sometimes people tend to add sugar to it, then that gives you a different consistency because sugar is good for binding. And so if you do it without the sugar, sometimes it's still not the same thickness in there. You get a thickness, but the consistency is a bit kind of different. And as you can see, it creates a lot of mess. So as I'm doing, I'm just cleaning it up. And then once it's done, I leave it to come to a cool and you're going to still get it very, very thick. Yes. If you have lemons, you can squeeze some into it just to balance off the sugar in there and to give you that kind of a little bit of acidity in it. So once it cools down, it's going to get very, very thick. Like I said, this is your jam. It's very simple and very easy to do. You just soak your date, you blend it up, you let it come to a good boil, let the water dehydrate or reduce in it, and then you have your jam base in there. So this is very easy to do. You don't need your sugar, you don't need any gelatin, but I think usually if you want sugar too, you can try to add sugar. It just improves the texture of it and stuff. Then I added in some water because I wanted some which was a bit more lighter, which I could actually like use for my like the coffee sweetening and all of them. So I added in more lemon in there. Like I said, when you're making the jam, you can also add lemon. Yes. So I added in a bit more of lemon in, and then I just let it come to a quick boil. Yes. And then at this point, I don't want it to be too thick. Yes. I don't need it to be too thick because I just needed it like liquidy, not as thick as the jam base. And don't forget, I've already cooked this up, so I don't need to overly cook it now. Then I'm just going to let it cool down a little bit, and then I try straining because I needed to get it very fine. So if you're using it for your tea, your coffee, you want something which is sweet, you don't want something which is so much of fiber. Yes, so that is why I was actually straining this, and this is good for teas and coffee, which I'm going to do with dates. So everything here is dates. Like it's a date with dates. Yes. Let me put it like that. And this is so fine. This is so smooth. Like you can see how it is. Yes. And it's very sweet and very sugary because date is a good substitute for sugar. So yes, this is good to go as well. And for the rest of the fiber, you're wondering, so what are you going to do with the fiber? I like to blend it. And whenever I'm having yogurt in the morning, I actually use this in because this sweetens up your yogurt. Yes, so you just buy unsweetened yogurt and then you use this for your yogurt instead. And that is also very thick. If it's overly thick, you can still add in a little bit more water because you're not doing jam. Yes, else you end up with a jam something. And then you can just give it a good blend. And this is what I have for it. And this is also like a smoothie, maybe like date smoothie or something, because it's like a smoothie right now. And for the date coffee and teas, like I said, you need the date seeds which you've roasted. I'm going to put it into this strainer stuff, and then I'm going to lock it up, and then like I just put it in. That's just to help me remove the chaff of it when I'm done. But if you don't have that, you can just leave it out. It doesn't spoil anything. And then you just let it sit for maybe a minute or two. It's done. Then we can take it out and then we can pour out the chaff in there. So you can have it black like that, or I do it three ways. I do the lemon, like doing lemon tea. So I put that one in. Like I said, you can do it with or without the sieve. So I place it in directly. I added in the lemon. Then I added in the thickened one because I like the thickened. I like fiber in my stuff. So this is smooth. After all, this is very, very smooth. So I just added that in and then I added in hot water. Yeah, so this gives you that kind of iced tea kind of vibe because there's lemon in, and then the seeds base is also there, so it gives it that vibe in there. So if you like iced tea, you can have it like that. If you like your coffee black, then you can have the first option that we did there. So the third option I'm going to do is a milk-based one. Yes, and like I said, usually you can just open it up and you can throw the chaff away because that is very rough in there. Yes, my blender is way big. So if you have the male kind of blender, that's also good because I can mill it very smooth for you. So I'm pouring it in. I'm going to lock it up well. Yes, it's a very simple tool. I really like it in the kitchen. It makes things very functional. Then I pour in the hot water into it, and then I'm just going to let it sit for a while. Then I can take the chaff out. Then all I'm going to now do is to sweeten it up and then add in my milk. Yes, so if you like milky tea, or yes, then you know that this is something that you can also go in for. So I know by this time you'd have learned quite a lot from the dates because I think usually we always forget. We think date is just syrup or date juice or date smoothie, but I can do more with it. And I use a thickened based one with this, and then I added in the milk as well. So this is very creamy. This is very nice. If you really like creamy tea, like this is it for you. This is it for you. And even if you realize, I was using the thickened last blend with it, which was more like a smoothie based kind of something. Yes, you could do it like that, or you could either way just use a smooth one. And if you don't like your coffee, you want it black, but you want it quite sweet, you can add in the smooth one we did. Yes, so that one is very good because you don't see anything in the coffee. It's still very plain and very smooth. So this is your date seeds smoked powder, which is good for replacing your coffee or your tea. And you can make it into your creamy one. You can make it into an iced tea, or you can have it black as it is, or you can have it sweetened black. however you want to have it. I think you definitely would enjoy this. So I hope you did learn a lot with this date, and I hope you enjoyed my date with you with date, and I hope you're going to really try it out. And thank you once again to Aya. She brought me this all the way from Egypt. Yes, so these are Egyptian dates, high quality Egyptian dates. I think if you want to buy dates, that's one place you can really get very good ones. So thank you very much, and lots of love for my team and I. Till I see you in the next food video. Do live life to the fullest. Be joyous, be merry. Lots of love for my team and I. Mwah.